You don't become feared by the masses for no reason. No, respect in the world of boxing is paid for in blood, and Naoya Inoue has been working up a resume like few others.
Again! My oh my! 3 body shot knockdown!
Not only is he one of the pound-for-pound best in the sport, but he is also one of the most unmissable violence merchants of his era, equal parts technical and terrifying.
Oh, sags into the ropes again, and Luis Pabon.
Remember, if you want to support the channel, use your hype feature. There's just something special about watching this guy go to work.
Oh, a huge right hand from the monster, and then he chases him down. Fulton is laid out, struggling.
And it doesn't matter how tough you are, he'll still find a way. It doesn't matter if you catch him once, he'll catch you harder.
There's the right hand.
And even if you gave him the fight of his life the first time around, he'll get you in the rematch. Inoue's reputation for violence is well and truly sealed, folks.
As Fulton tried to grab the ropes, backed up into the corner. Here comes Inoue, that destructive, decisive power.
And all he's doing now is adding to that legacy fight by fight. It'll take something truly remarkable to knock this guy off his pedestal, but that's easier said than done. These days, the name Naoya Inoue carries some serious weight, and here's why. How would the tough and sturdy Paul Butler fare against Inoue's legendary offense? Because if history is any indicator, Butler will need a lot more to overcome this challenge.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley on the call to determine the first undisputed bantamweight champion in boxing's 4-belt era.
The accuracy of Inoue was on full display in this opening round.
And I expect him to go down to the body of Butler to bring those hands down and eventually find that kill shot up top.
Speaking of jabs, you're seeing steady jab from Inoue early on. He averages landing nearly 9 jabs per round, and that is number 2 among all active fighters. That is double the bantamweight average. First 2-punch combination of significance from Inoue.
He's doing right by staying defensively sound and not opening up right away.
3-punch combination from Inoue. Now Butler takes a step forward for a moment. Inoue comes back with a right hand behind the jab.
If one thing was becoming obvious here, it was that Butler was not throwing anywhere near enough volume.
He's still comfortable right now, still protecting himself. He fears that power of Inoue.
Or double jab that time, a 5-punch combination. He went double jab, right hand, left hand to the body. He has landed 3 lefts to the body.
Vicious body work. Like I tell you guys in the past, you see Inoue throwing where Butler's moving to cut him off, to pin him on the ropes. Land his own body shot on Inoue.
And Butler comes back with a right hand up top before going with the high guard again. And now moving to his left. Got to be careful of that right hand of Inoue. Inoue taking those small steps just to corral Butler, always keeping him in range. There's a right hand and a left hand to the body that backed it up. He's been finishing consistently with that left hand to the body on the combinations, Timmy.
Yes, he has. He's one of the best combination punchers in boxing. Always balanced.
Inoue steady work with the jab, always setting the table, creating the opportunity for offense. Now you see the head movement, something he has taken great pride in. Remember, he took that mini camp trip to the wild card gym.
In
Just
front
not
of him.
enough offense, Timmy, to keep Inoue off of
Not
it.
in front of
Right hand that comes in, and 2 lefts to the body.
It wasn't just a difference in technical skill. There was also a very noticeable difference in fight IQ.
Desperately needs to get out. He has that left hand up.
Just a vicious assault right here. Inoue cornering Butler. Butler protecting himself really well. A lot of those things was caught on the glove. But as you see, no return fire from Butler. He is timid.
Two-punch combination again, working behind that jab.
The uppercut, right uppercut, left hook behind.
Now explain to people when you say that. You call it a teeter-totter, and Butler finally lets his hands go as Inoue covers up for a moment. Best work that Butler's had comes here in round number 3. But what you describe as that teeter-totter, the ability to throw punches and generate torque, bringing back the offhand to create more power.
No, the teeter-totter combination is the right uppercut. So it goes up. So that side is up, and then he comes down. The opposite side is down, and it's around the elbow to the liver. Will neglect defense, Butler will come on with this combination. The hook is the best punch I believe that Butler has landed.
Inoue was very clearly starting to notice that Butler was afraid to engage, something that was giving him more and more confidence.
Speaking of his charge, Paul Butler, 34-win WBO champion. Inoue closing the gap into that corner again. Left hook comes in. Inoue comes around the guard with a right hand.
Just more domination from Inoue. Target practice at this moment. This is punching bag work right here. You know, Butler, I understand.
Right through the glove, that's making contact.
Test, you do from a power puncher like Inoue, when you're getting hit with those type of punches.
You know things are getting bad when you hear a coach desperately telling their fighter that their dominant opponent is slowing down, when he clearly isn't.
Closes range with the jab, gets the inside left hand, came to the body, finished with a left hook upstairs. Right hand comes behind the jab, left uppercut, right uppercut. There's that left hand to the body. It's been so effective tonight.
In round 6, Inoue was officially in cruise control.
We're used to in recent years seeing Inoue with the right. He does for a moment, and Inoue would invite that, looking for an opportunity to land his power shot. Now a little bit of a shuffle before he sends off a 3-punch combination.
The reason why Butler's having a little success is because now Inoue is taking more chances, trying to get him to open up so he can land that kill shot.
Butler knew that he needed to change something, but that didn't mean that he was up to the task.
It's too easy, Tess.
Far too easy.
Too easy. Good combination right there from Butler.
Ali shuffled.
If the monster had reached cruise control in round 6, he officially hit his flow state in round 8.
Beautiful left hook down to the body. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need to see more from Butler right there.
Right hand from Inoue. Stop Butler's lateral movement for a moment.
Nice, good. Nice,
A combination from Butler. You can hear the encouragement from the corner of Paul Butler as he's sent back with another right hand that hits that high guard.
Butler was tough, but that was just about the only thing you could really give him on a positive note.
He was getting the contract signed.
That's it. That's it. You got to understand that.
Nice, good, Paul. But Gallagher himself has to understand you're headed to a shutout loss no matter.
Yes.
The question now for Butler's corner was whether even keeping their fighter in this fight was worth it.
Inoue with a body shot as Butler was up against the ropes. That time willing to throw, and Inoue filled that gap with a right hand. Right hand from Inoue.
It's a good sequence right here. Consistent work from Inoue. Inoue should just take some of the steam off the punches and change the cadence up, speed things up.
What would that do for him, Timmy?
He can open up a big shot. Touch, get him defensive, and then boom, a big shot downstairs.
Inoue offered up a pretty brutal solution in round 11, ending the show with some real finesse.
Open up this 11th round.
Ooh, and I love the speed on those punches. That's what I'm talking about. Changing up the cadence, baby. Speed coming down the middle, but now he needs to bring it downstairs. After he get those hands high and raised on Butler, attack that body.
Right hand to the body is a good one. And a big right hand that comes in. Great work from Inoue. Big combination scores the knockdown here in round 11. That power of Inoue comes through, and he gets it done at 11. Dismisses an unengaged Paul Butler by hitting the accelerator and putting on a show.
Inoue made him a punching bag for the entire night until he stopped him.
And now boxing's first undisputed bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya, the Monster Inoue.
This was very important for Inoue to do this.
It was ultimately a pretty flat effort from Butler, and there's an argument that the fight should have been stopped even sooner. Nery was the next fighter who earned a shot at the dangerously in-form Inoue.
Well, Nery defense, that's the concerning part for me. If Nery has improved his defense, he has a shot. Look at those eyes, Tess.
You men receive my instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, men. You're boxing at the bell. God bless you both. Touch gloves.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley here on the call for the Undisputed Junior Featherweight Championship. Luis Nery, Naoya Inoue. Timmy, as much as we're always have our jaws dropped with the explosive power of Inoue, he is also a calm fighter, confidently calm. He has exceptional footwork. He's sturdy. But this is a fight where Nery has said, I want it to end early.
But if you thought that Inoue would have it all his way in this fight, think again.
It ended on the other way. He can get knocked out. Nery has a tendency of getting caught early in fights and goes down. And I can tell you, if Inoue lands on Nery and he goes down, he's one of the best finishers in the game. He's going to finish the fight, Tess.
Right hand coming through from Inoue early on, willing to fire it. 2023 Fighter of the Year. First Japanese fighter to win that Boxing Writers Award in 85 years. So he'll be in New York City June 6th to accept that. As Nery comes forward against the monster.
I like that from Nery. It's dangerous. However, when he got to be careful reaching right there. You're in there with a vicious counterpuncher in Inoue. But that sequence before this test, coming behind his double jab, just taking advantage of that low lead of Inoue. Inoue tends to bag out in straight lines. He drops that left hand, and when he throws the left hook, he has a tail. He drops that left hand first before he leads with that left hook. So that'll be a telltale sign. If Nery and his team has studied film, they'll know that. Nery right now doesn't seem spooked by the punching power. Oh! There it is!
Inoue goes down! Luis Nery with a first-round knockdown of the monster!
In the inside right here, you see Nery set up the shot. See the small uppercut right there, but you see when Inoue tends to throw one hand, that left hand, the opposite hand tends to drop. Poor fundamental habits right there from Naoya Inoue.
And resolute in saying that he sees flaws and he will knock out the monster. And now he's going after him. Luis Nery determined to deliver on it. Goes to the body with a left hand. Now on the inside, Inoue covering up, tries to deliver a right hand of his own, an uppercut. Comes through, but Nery unaffected. He keeps punching.
Inoue is the type of fighter who knows how to deal with adversity, though. That's for sure.
Been in this weight class for about, I believe, a couple of years now, Tess. He's the bigger, stronger fighter. He's fought at 118. Now he's at 122. He's the bigger man in there, and he seems to be the stronger man as well.
Of course, the titleist at 118 and 122. And now, how does the monster react as he goes back to the jab? As you can hear this massive crowd in Tokyo trying to rally support for their hero. You have to go all the way back. The last major fight card was Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson in February of 1990. And then the first round of the showcase event in all that time, and the great Inoue hits the canvas. Round number 2 in that first round, Nery landed 10 power punches of his 15 total connects.
See, but
Short left hand flooring Inoue.
But Nery seems to be changing up his attack, Tess. Right now he's trying to be patient. He's trying to catch Inoue out of position. When Inoue commits, he's out of position.
Oh,
there it is.
Inoue returns the favor.
Lunging forward. Nery again on the attack, coming forward, reaching with that left hand. You see him forward shift, and Inoue right there just filling that gap or that space with that left hook. Here he is reaching with the backhand. Inoue stepping back, has a single high shield. Oh, why don't you eat that, young man? Go ahead and sit down.
And Tim, that is a prime example of what you describe in terms of elite technique and athleticism.
Yes.
You just saw it from Inoue. That was from about 4 to 6 inches away. And watch that back foot.
Feet and hand working together. That's a bad habit from Nery. Lunging forward. He has a really solid 1-2. But when he throws combinations, he tends to open up, Tess, and he reaches, overcommits, and right there, Inoue making him pay for that with a sharp left hook on the inside.
You saw that back foot of Nery follow forward. His whole body went that path, and the monster, with that viper-like offensive reaction, floored him.
I don't know if he was extremely hurt from that shot, Tess.
Sure, he had proven beyond a doubt that he could hurt Inoue, but Naoya could also hurt him.
Second round, he had a 21-4 connect advantage and scored the knockdown. So swapping 10-8 rounds to open up this championship event.
Inoue is starting to anticipate the offense of Nery. And he understands that Nery overcommits at times. He's just taking that half a step, sometimes a full step back to counter. When a fighter starts to anticipate, Tess, actions and reactions, that's when things start to slow down for him. Understand that. Things start to slow down. You hear that saying all the time. Does it slow down for you in the ring?
Right.
Yeah, it does. You know, the mind is faster than the actual reaction, which slows things down. So Inoue knows what he must do. He's starting to anticipate these shots coming from Nery.
His combination from Inoue. And now he goes with that right hand to the body. Remember, it was a body shot that caused Nery's only defeat of his career.
The technical prowess of Inoue right now, and the speed, the coordination, the punch placement right now is giving Nery fits. Nery understands that he can't compete with that. He's looking for that single shot. He's looking for Inoue to make a mistake to make him pay. If Inoue gets overconfident and throws too many shots and get a little bit greedy, there's a chance for Nery to be able to land his signature punch, which is that left hand, Tess. Good right hand. Inoue now is getting comfortable, getting in the groove.
Oh, there's another one, Timmy.
Yeah, he's getting in the groove now. Anticipation is on. Nery better change things up. He better start feinting, start using his jab.
Oh, there's another one that splits the guard. That right hand is being placed well by the monster.
It didn't matter what had happened in round 1. Inoue was taking over.
Connect advantage, and that was the first time an opponent of Inoue outlanded the monster in the last 46 rounds. 45 previous rounds, Inoue had more total connects until the first round tonight against Nery.
Nery's going to have to compete with that speed. He's going to have to compete with it with timing. Timing has a way of beating speed. Placing those shots in between the shots of Inoue. And he's going to have to prevent that bomb from coming, Tess. His defense has to get better. He has to be responsible after his offense.
4-punch combination from Inoue. There's that pop right hand. Again, it's finding the target. The undisputed champion finding more of his rhythm offensively after being floored in the first round.
Inoue seems to be softening him up right now. He's just taking advantage of those poor fundamental habits.
Oh, look at this! Little showboat, trying to draw him in and then firing off.
Again, told you defense got to be on point when you're facing Inoue with the speed, power, and accuracy that he brings to the table. You know, that's why he's a 2-division world champion. Yes, he has the skills, he has punching power. However, that toughness, that grittiness, he's going to have to bring that out tonight. He's going to have to take maybe 1 or 2 tests to get one. To get one. You can just see Inoue right now just weakening up Nery, weakening him. And I think he's looking for that left hook to the liver. That's what he's trying to set up. He's trying to get him used to the shots up top, upstairs, and he wants to sneak one past the guard to the liver of Nery.
You can see him testing that a few times moments ago.
Round by round, this was slowly becoming one-way traffic.
5. Nearly connected with that left hook that scored the knockdown.
Yeah, the positioning of Inoue, top notch.
Oh, there's 2 right hands. Backs up Nery for a moment. Now he inches ahead.
See, positioning is the placement of a boxer compared or in relation to your opponent. You know, when you're facing the southpaw in his overstands battle, of course you need to have lead foot dominance. Inoue, he's having his way with the lead foot. Nery is constantly moving to his left towards the right hand. That's why he keeps eating those right hands.
Good right hand returning fire. Nery stepping forward and Inoue welcoming that. There is a certain sound to the combination punching of Inoue that's very distinct. Was handed a lifetime ban by the local commission that was lifted so that they could have this mega event. And now trading on the inside. Perhaps an opportunity for Nery, but with them comes great risk. Like that!
There it is.
There's the risk with no reward! Left hook scores the knockdown again!
Being calm in the storm. You see right there, just found a little gap right there. Lead hand is down of Nery on the inside. Inoue noticing that. He's attempted there, just missed off the mark, but he dips under. You see his eyes. He's looking right at Nery. He sees those hands. Pull away from that face.
When we talk about punching technique, Tim,
look at this.
When you talk about the ability to turn a punch over in the last few inches of the delivery system.
Yes.
Under 30 seconds to go, facing one of the great closers in recent boxing history. Here comes the monster. the moment. Inoue on the attack.
And he made sure to end things with a knockout that was a true work of art.
Former champion, but there are levels to this game. And guys like Inoue and Bud Crawford are currently just on a far different pedestal.
That speed and quickness, Tessa, you alluded to it. The accuracy and how he's able to generate that power from short distance like that, with that much torque, that much power. It's brilliant stuff right there from Inoue.
Just stands up to that offensive effort from Inoue, from Nery, and fires back. Oh, his right hand. Combination up top.
This almost over, Tess. Nery can't keep taking these type of shots over and over and over.
What do you see as a potential finisher here, Tim? There's the right hand! He just answered the question! As Nery has crumbled and the monster has roared! He's done it again! Of Luis Nery. Tim, there are not enough superlatives to paint on this performance from the second round on.
No, not at all. And that finish right there, I mean, what do you say, Tess? And look at the way Nery hit the canvas. Knees buckled. Got hit with an uppercut, short uppercut right there on the inside. But then that short right hand has that type of effect. Like, gosh, that's just different level of technique right there and punching power. That's God-given stuff right there. You know, Tess, you know what the difference is really with the Terrence Crawfords or the Inoues of the world? Their athleticism is godly.
And still, the undefeated, undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya Monster Inoue.
Only because of the lower weight classes.
Sure, he had been caught with something solid, but Inoue proved that he had the heart of a champion. Nery had been utterly dealt with, earning a spot on Inoue's ever-growing highlight reel. An old foe would return to test the legendary skills of the monster, an opponent who had pushed him further than anyone else up to that point. But he had made the fatal mistake of underestimating just how much Inoue would improve between bouts.
Introducing the Filipino Flash, Nonito. Naoya Monster Inoue.
That seems to favor Inoue, but height and reach are comparable with minimal advantages to Donaire. 95 of Inoue's 125 total rounds have been championship rounds over his 9-year career.
You gentlemen have received my instructions in the dressing room. You know what we're here for. Remember to protect yourself at all times. And when you touch gloves now, men, you're boxing at the bell. God bless you both.
The wait is over. 2 years and 7 months after they first delivered a Fight of the Year performance, Nonito Donaire and Naoya Inoue, two virtuosos in the ring, present Poetry of Violence. Round 13. Bernardo Osuna alongside Hall of Famer Andre Ward, and it's Donaire coming out fast with the left hook.
After going to war over 12 rounds in their first bout, we would learn a lot about where both men stood.
In the first fight, and sometimes gets overlooked because of his beautiful left hook, as Inoue is able to land a check hook here with 1 minute 15 seconds left in round 1. The Japanese crowd getting into it here, Dre.
Yes, good shot right there. Inoue gives the crowd a lot to get excited about, and this is a crowd that is typically respectful and very quiet, but it's hard to stay quiet when you see the explosive shots of Inoue land clean like the right hand just landed.
You see the jab of Inoue there with the counter right, and now a left hook from Inoue. This fight can change with one punch at any moment. You won't want to blink because they both have dynamite in their punches. see that left from Inoue.
So far, no reaction from either fighter from the big shots that they've taken in this first round, which is impressive because the fighters are still warming up.
Nice left hook there from... Second time in their series.
He's hurt right now, Bernardo.
The belt was his greatest ally.
Everything Inoue was winning that round, but nothing crazy had happened until it did. A quick right hand to the temple of Nonito, and it sat him right on his butt. He didn't know how he got there. He just realized that he was on the canvas, and that's the type of explosive power that we've been promoting this fight with. They both possess it, but Inoue's is a little bit different, and we saw it on full display in that first round.
Unfortunately for Donaire, Inoue was already showing himself to be twice the fighter this time around.
See that right hand from Naoya Inoue. Inoue, you have to pick your poison. Now it's a left hook that rattles Donaire. It's devastating power, and the legs of Donaire are not all there. And Inoue taking advantage of the moment as Donaire tries to go downstairs.
And Donaire needs to get himself together before he tries to load up, but that's not in his nature. He wants to draw Inoue in, even though he's hurt, to try to land his own big shots.
You see another vicious left hook from the monster, Naoya Inoue. Body shot from the monster.
Looks like Donaire has made up his mind. He's going to fight fire with fire, and that's just the way it is, for better or worse.
Drops Donaire as he's able to somehow manage to find his balance. But Inoue, man, it might have been better to just go down, Dre, because Inoue is going to work here. And the left hook now does put down Donaire round two. And this fight is over. What an impressive knockout victory for the monster.
Wow.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. He is now the WBC, WBA, and IBF Unified Bantamweight Champion of the World, Naoya Monster.
And with that, Inoue confidently put this rivalry to bed, utterly breaking his opponent with maximum style points. It was the ultimate passing of the torch moment for Japan's latest star, and proof that his future was incredibly bright. But just how good do you think Naoya Inoue is? And what do you think his legacy will be once he finally hangs up his gloves?